You can call transhumanism a concept, a philosophy, or a movement. But the truth is that the idea for transhumanism has been embedded in the minds of humans for centuries. But is transhumanism immortality? This is debatable. The riddle of immortality can't be cracked without completely understanding everything about the human body. Not just how the physical body operates, but also our consciousness. Where does it come from, and where does it go after our death? To simplify matters, we can divide the whole of human existence into a physical body and a spiritual body, or soul. As far as transhumanism is concerned, it's the enhancement of the human condition by developing and making widely available sophisticated technologies able to greatly enhance longevity, mood, and cognitive abilities. Transhumanism is a philosophical concept and also a direct result of scientific advancement. Around the 18th century, the idea of Frankenstein emerged from Mary Shelley's novel. What is Frankenstein's monster if not a transhuman? Same goes for RoboCop. In fact, if you think about it now, Frankenstein's monster and RoboCop are very much alike. The only difference between them is that of technology. Frankenstein was written in 1817, so Mary Shelley used the technology of her time to bring Frank to life, whereas RoboCop was written in 1987, and the writers used the technology of their time to bring Alex back to life as RoboCop. Anyway, fictional stories are not the only source of transhumanist ideas in society. Researchers and scientists have always discussed the application of technology to extend and improve the quality of life. In 1923, British geneticist J.B.S. Haldane wrote an essay where he discussed how technology can be applied in biology to make scientific advances that can change the future of humanity. Haldane predicted that the biological advancements in the future would be so great that the people would consider them to be blasphemous and devilish. But as these advancements become mainstream, the people will eventually accept them for their usefulness. J.B.S. Haldane was followed by many theorists who contributed towards the transhumanist movement, such as Julian Huxley, who considered the current condition of humans as nasty, brutish, and short. He believed that the current limitations of humans can be overcome through the integration of technology within the human body. Noboru Kawazo, a Japanese metabolist writing in 1960, believed that in the future, through advancements in technology, humans would evolve into a single consciousness through a brainwave receiver, which would let everyone know what every other person is thinking. In his exact words, humans would become a hive mind. Well, he wasn't wrong. Social media in many ways makes us act like a hive mind. In the 1960s, another researcher and scientist named Marvin Minsky proposed that artificial intelligence would eventually lead to technological singularity. This is what Elon Musk expressed in a concern that our first ultra-intelligent machine is going to be our last. Minsky defined an ultra-intelligent machine as an AI-based machine or computer that could design and create other AI-based machines. So according to Minsky, the moment we make our first ultra-intelligent machine, it would then exponentially increase its knowledge, making humans less and less knowledgeable. Or in other words, it would simply be the rise of the machines. But this is a completely separate topic in itself. Popular scientist F.M. Esfandiari, who legally changed his name to FM 2030, was one of the first to identify people as transhuman. According to FM 2030, anyone who adopts technology, lifestyle, and worldviews that are transitional to post-humanity is a transhumanist. There are many other popular transhumanist scientists, researchers, and investors, but for the purpose of this video, let's now move on to the application of transhumanism. By now, it should be clear that transhumanism is basically about merging man with machine. Elon Musk made it very clear that this merging has been happening gradually over the last few decades. We are, in a way, very clunky cyborgs right now due to our dependence on technology. We use our phones and computers almost every hour of every day. Need any information? Go to Google. Want to learn a skill? Go to YouTube. Want to listen to music? Plug in your earphones and jump on Spotify. Here's a quick challenge for you. After this video, put your phone down and try not to use it for the rest of the day. Then comment below to let us know if you could do it or not. As we discussed earlier, we're already pretty much cyborgs, but the machines have not yet become a part of our physical body. Elon Musk thinks that by merging machines with our brain, through a brain interface device, we can exponentially increase our efficiency. Yes, we have phones and smartwatches, even VR glasses are being mass-produced, but how long are we truly going to rely on external gadgets? In the words of Elon Musk, why can't we simply figure out a way to create a brain-machine interface device that can free our hands and allow our brains to do all the work? This was the idea behind Neuralink, one of Musk's most exciting companies. Neuralink is a brain-machine interface device that will seamlessly link our brains with the internet. Initially, Neuralink will only be for those with physical disabilities, but eventually it'll be available for anyone who wants to increase their efficiency of work. Earlier this year, Neuralink released a video of a monkey playing Pong simply by using his brain and the Neuralink device implant. This was a great leap for brain-machine interface technology. Imagine using simply your thoughts to text someone or call someone. At present, it might take a few seconds for you to take your phone out, unlock it, and then place the call. But with Neuralink, this can be done in an instant, simply by thinking about it. Neuralink is just one device. There are other concepts as well, such as the bionic eye that we covered in one of our earlier videos. While most of these ideas are initially aimed to help people with disabilities, these devices will eventually be upgraded to such a level where they'll provide enhancement of already present abilities. For instance, prosthetic limbs are already widely used throughout the world. They provide the ability to move freely to those who have lost their arms or legs in accidents. There are many different types of prosthetic limbs out there on the market, and most are made from highly durable materials like carbon fiber. One great example is the prosthetic running blades used by Paralympic athletes. These blades provide the same level of agility as a person with both limbs, as we saw this when Oscar Pistorius took part in the 2012 Summer Olympics in London. In fact, there are some who believe that soon Paralympic runners will be able to run faster than regular Olympic runners, not in spite of their prosthetic blades, but because of them. Prosthetic hands, however, are more difficult because with hands there's the problem of gripping objects with varying levels of force. Advanced prosthetics allow amputees the ability to use varying degrees of force to grab objects and use fingers individually. There are even some prosthetic hands that will soon be able to be controlled using only the patient's mind. Although these prosthetics are for amputees and people with disabilities, they gave rise to the idea of making exoskeletons for able-bodied humans to provide extra strength. Guardian Exo is one such exoskeleton suit that can make any normal human up to 20 times stronger. Yeah, all of a sudden RoboCop and Iron Man don't look too fictional now, do they? Exoskeleton suits, like the Guardian Exo, have both military and civil applications. Talking about humans merging with machines, a South Korean company has successfully created a bipedal mech suit that can be operated from within by a human, kind of like a smaller version of the robots from the movie Pacific Rim, where the humans use massive battle robots to fight off aliens. Now, just imagine if we brought back the Gladiator Coliseum with these suits. Other countries are also looking at this technology, and just like humans have always done, some are looking to build highly weaponized mecha robots to be used in the military. So far, we've talked about smart glasses, brain-machine interface devices, and exoskeletons. But where does the integration of humans and machines stop? For now, it looks like we ourselves don't know the limit. Because if transhumanism is about overcoming the current weaknesses of humans, then that can also be done through gene editing and nanotechnology. In 2020, Jennifer Doudna and Emmanuel Charpentier were awarded the Nobel Prize for their breakthrough research on CRISPR technology. CRISPR is simply a gene editing technique that can custom edit an organism's DNA. Using CRISPR, the specific gene inside a DNA strand can be found and separated. This technique has the potential to end all genetically inherited diseases. But like Neuralink and exoskeletons, will CRISPR stay limited to ending genetic diseases when the potential it offers is far greater than that? If you can edit the genes to remove diseases, then you can also edit them to change the characteristics of a baby, like the color of their hair, eyes, or even their mental and cognitive abilities. CRISPR can possibly be used to create humans with enhanced physical and mental abilities. Officially, we are far from testing CRISPR on humans, but unofficially, CRISPR has already been tested on humans. In 2017, the world of medical science was taken by storm when the news of unauthorized testing of CRISPR on a set of twins emerged from China. Dr. He Jiankui, a professor at the University of Science and Technology of China, used CRISPR gene editing on an embryo of twins whose father had HIV. Although the couple had used IVF for conception, which removed the risk of transmission of the disease, Dr. He convinced the parents to agree to CRISPR treatment to deliver babies that could be immune from HIV altogether. This serious breach of the ethical code earned him 3 years in prison. But this attempt proved that human trials of CRISPR to create genetically modified babies are happening in regions where laws and ethical standards are not being strongly enforced. CRISPR is like Aladdin's lamp. The genie has come out of the bottle, and all that remains is for us to make the wish. Transhumanism is no longer a concept or a philosophy. It's happening right now all around us. 10 or 20 years down the line, there will be humans with enhanced abilities, and these enhanced abilities will not only come through gene editing, but also through implants like Neuralink. At this point, the question isn't will humans merge with machines, but how long it'll take and how far it'll go. If more unauthorized experiments are taking place, like the ones in China, then there must already be genetically enhanced humans in the population. It's just like Haldane prophesied. Scientific advancements to prolong human life and increase the quality of life will first be seen as blasphemous and devilish, but they'll eventually become normal. We'll end this video by quoting Professor Stephen Hawking, who spent the greater part of his life in a wheelchair using technology to communicate, study, and write his research. I am sure that during this century, people will discover how to modify both intelligence and instincts such as aggression. Laws will probably be passed against genetic engineering with humans, but some people won't be able to resist the temptation to improve human characteristics such as memory, resistance to disease, and length of life. Once such superhumans appear, there will be significantly political problems with unimproved humans who won't be able to compete. Presumably, they'll die out or become unimportant. Instead, there will be a race of self-designing beings who are improving at an ever-increasing rate. What do you think of transhumanism? And do you think mankind is destined to evolve with machines? Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, make sure you hit that subscribe button to stay updated on all our latest releases. Other than that, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.